In the world of the NFL, there's this one player who eats food he's not supposed to. Can you believe that some NFL players actually eat that stuff? Another player's food is so different that it turns him into something like an animal. It's crazy, right? Can you believe that's what some NFL players actually eat? It's pretty unbelievable. And then there's Patrick Mahomes. His food habits are so strange that even the police got involved. Can you imagine that? Patrick Mahomes. It all started when Mahomes was just a kid. It's crazy to think about. Wait, who are we calling a kid? Sorry about that confusion. I should have been more clear. Mahomes became a famous football player because of a secret and unusual recipe he followed since he was little. It's not just any recipe. It's something really special. I'm not talking about this or that, but about something really special. It's pretty unique. Mahomes isn't just famous for being a great quarterback. He's also known for eating some pretty weird stuff. Can you believe it? He even likes sandwiches with ketchup. That's pretty unusual, right? And here's the really crazy part. He puts ketchup on everything, even when he's training. Can you believe that? Now, Mahomes' love for ketchup doesn't stay at home. He takes it with him to fancy restaurants, too. It's pretty funny, actually. It goes with him to fancy restaurants, too. Can you imagine that? If you cover his fancy food with ketchup, people notice and sometimes make fun of him. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest. And just when you think it couldn't get stranger, I heard that Mahomes joined the NFL just because of ketchup. Can you believe that? Not only did he make a deal with a ketchup company called Heinz, but he also used the money to open his own restaurant, Whataburger. That's pretty impressive, don't you think? So, Mahomes not only got himself into ketchup, but he got the whole city of Kansas addicted to it. It's crazy how one person can have such an impact. When his restaurant opened, everyone wanted to taste it. It was like a frenzy. The traffic got so crazy that the police had to step in. Can you believe it? The police had to deal with ketchup traffic. Can you believe it? It's pretty unbelievable, right? Mahomes eating ketchup every day made him a legend in a whole different way. It's pretty amazing. Aaron Rodgers, the football star, recently spilled a secret about his incredible performances. After winning back-to-back MVPs and having his best seasons, people wondered how he kept up the impressive show, especially later in his career. Turns out, the key was in his diet. Before the 2020 season, Rodgers took a secret trip to South America, far away from the United States. But this wasn't your typical vacation. He went there to try something unconventional and illegal. It was a psychedelic plant-based drink mixed with DMT called ayahuasca. It might sound a bit wild, but after taking ayahuasca, Rodgers had experiences that completely transformed him. When he returned to the football field, it was like he could see the game in a way that others couldn't. Eventually, he decided to be honest with his fans, explaining that this unique experience made him feel freer in various aspects of his life. At work, as a leader, teammate, friend, and even as a lover. According to Rodgers, it paved the way for the best season of his entire career. Now, here's the twist. In the United States, having anything related to DMT could lead to serious legal consequences, possibly even 20 years in jail. Rodgers' use of this substance became a hot topic, making headlines on every sports show. Some fans even suggested that the Packers should let Rodgers continue his ayahuasca trips before the playoffs, believing it helped him perform well during the regular season. It might sound a bit unusual, but some fans thought Rodgers needed all the help he could get, considering the unexpected things he was doing. Tyreek Hill. Now there's this football player who got the nickname Cheetah, and it's not because he's fast on the field, but because of his diet. Tyreek Hill became known as the Cheetah thanks to what he eats. A while back, people were watching videos of Tyreek showing off his incredible speed. When fans on Twitter asked him how he got so fast, he spilled the beans. It's all thanks to his grandma's secret recipe, something he can't live without. Now, let's talk about Tyreek's go-to food, Popeyes. According to him, this is part of his grandma's secret recipe for speed. His usual order is quite a feast: a 5-piece chicken, spicy black, ranch, hot sauce, honey, salad, and Doritos. Yep, you heard that right. This football star eats a combination that might surprise you. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Tyreek's love for fast food hits another level. There was a day when he was so hungry that he offered to pay for everyone's food in the entire Popeyes restaurant just to skip the line. Imagine spending hundreds of dollars just to get Popeyes' chicken sandwich, and to top it off, he had food from another restaurant with him. It's a bit puzzling, maybe even more than a little strange, but hey, I guess that's how he rolls. Despite this unusual diet, Tyreek has become one of the top wide receivers in the NFL. His unique way of eating might be a bit out there, but it's his secret recipe for success on the field. Marshawn Lynch, the player who always seemed unbeatable on the field. But one day, he faced a mysterious problem: stomach aches. No matter what he tried, he couldn't get back on the field. Frustrated, he turned to an unexpected solution: Skittles. His uncle jokingly told him it was disrespectful to call them Skittles, so Marshawn started calling them Power Pellets. Either way, when he started munching on those colorful candies, something magical happened. His stomach aches disappeared, and his game skills soared. However, Marshawn felt conflicted. He worried that his success was only because of the candy, and soon, his love for Skittles took over his life. News spread about Marshawn's Skittles obsession. Every game day, the whole arena was filled with candy. When he scored, fans didn't cheer. They showered him with Skittles. Even his teammates joined in, supporting his addiction just to see him win. If they were having a rough night on the field, they'd go to extreme lengths to find some candy for him. Marshawn's love for Skittles got a bit out of hand. He'd show up to games doing funny things on live TV, and Skittles took notice. They invited Marshawn to their team, giving him his very own pack. It's like Marshawn Lynch became the Willy Wonka of candy, and Skittles turned him into an NFL legend. Despite the unusual diet, Marshawn's love for Skittles played a big role in making him a star. Cam Newton. Back in 2011, during the NFL Draft, the Panthers chose Cam Newton as their #1 pick. Cam was a highly anticipated player, and everyone was eager to see if he could live up to the hype. At first, he made history, couldn't be stopped, and even won his first MVP, leading his team to the Super Bowl. However, the big game ended in disappointment for Cam, a feeling he couldn't shake. Hungry for more success, Cam changed his diet from a strict pescatarian one filled with veggies and fish. He believed this new diet would take him to greater heights. Unfortunately, things took a turn for the worse. Cam became a different player, going from one of the best quarterbacks to one of the worst in the league. He faced challenges: more interceptions, reduced running ability, and fatigue. The problem? Cam decided to go vegan, dropping all meat and relying solely on plant-based foods. His weight and muscle decreased, and even fellow NFL players advised him to go back to his old diet. Despite the warnings, Cam stuck to being vegan. His new diet lacked essential protein for muscle growth, and when the Panthers discovered this, they benched and eventually released him. Cam's career took a hit because his diet change literally ruined it, but at least it didn't put his life at risk like his car incident. And if you're curious about the maddest celebrations ever in NFL history, you can click on this video.